I don't think I really need to say much now. Kia ora, thank you for speaking for me, Anna, Vanessa and Sophie. Just let me ground a little bit. But yes, a massive welcome to you all, and it's a little bit like a 21st, although I might be a little bit older than that. But having some of your favourite people in the room like this is pretty special, so I am a little bit overwhelmed, so thank you for being here. What I did want to say is just introduce myself, and I know that you all know me, but I really want to get a little bit raw here. I'm a woman. I grew up in Wainuiomata. I've lived in the Newtown area on and off for 22 or so years. I'm 52 years old. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I've run a business for 20 years. I've been an employer of a few hundred, or just under a couple of hundred women, mostly women, sorry, not meaning to be sexist. I've founded a radio show or a podcast called B-Side Stories. Big ups to the people that have taken that over now. But that podcast interviewed people who are making Wellington tick, like Vanessa and the crew down at Zero Waste, like the Vogel Morn community, like Anna at Munch. But really, that show came out of a very deep, dark moment. And that was a moment when I had to shut my business down after 20 years of trading. And then out of that, I thought, what can I do? And someone shoulder tapped me to start a radio show, and we called it B-Side Stories, really talking to the B-siders of Wellington. That show is now hitting up towards 30,000 listens on podcast.
Yes.
So I ask, what connection does this do for our community? So this is a little bit about me, and yes, I work for the Sustainable Business Network. It is a privilege to work in that position for the last 3 years, where I'm connecting good businesses together, because that strengthens the business foundation for our city, but also for our country and also for our world. This is me, but this is you. You are here too, and I know so many of you through different ways, through different vehicles, through different times. I know you through I Love Cycling. I know you through St. Tom's. I know you through B-Side Stories. I know you through Starfish, through being a netball mum, through being through Berempore School and Swiss, through a love of music, through protesting the bypass, Roland. Through being neighbours, and through being my community. So really, it's amazing. We are really a village, and this isn't about me, it's about us. And so yes, I'm the one that stood up, but what do we want? And that's what I want to ask you tonight. So very shortly you're going to need to let me know. But I think when we're a village, do you think it's possible to make change?
Yes.
And actually many of you in this room are already making change, and all I want to do is support you to do that more.
And you do it so well, Laurie.
I could stand down, and I'm keen to stand down, or not stand down, but I've got to stand up first. But just, it would be no secret that my stands would be around community, prosperity and environment. And because of the weather, I'm not going to go into each of the points around that, and you're going to hear a lot from me over the next few weeks, and you'll understand the points in that place. But really, thank you. I'm recycling Laurie Foon postcards here. The things I do want to do is make sure that we're supporting our local businesses, because in turn they support us with jobs and then putting back into our community. And I don't think we're doing enough of that in Wellington, and as a small business owner that was really important to me. I really want to make sure that we're connecting and collaborating, because at the moment I'm in touch with so many great organisations who are doing, their purpose is to make change for our country. How do we feed that into our suburbs? How do we feed that into our country? And through that is why I think Wellington is the coolest little sustainable capital in the world. For our environment, I really want us to become a waste-conscious city. I'm starting back with being waste-conscious, because we have to be aware of what we're doing, and then we can move into practicing refusing plastic.
Yeah.
For our transport, we need more transport choices. And for those that haven't noticed, I've recently bought an e-bike. It has changed my life. It is such an easy way to get around and go up and down, and it's so enjoyable. And actually, I think I'm a better, healthier person because I'm more calm when I'm on the electric bike. I think this is a great way forward for our city. And also, our city has a low carbon plan. No one, hardly anyone else in New Zealand has a low carbon plan. We have one. Go Wellington City Council. But I want to stand by and make sure that we hold up to that. Okay, my CV. I'm not going to tell you what I did. I'm going to tell you what I learnt. On my OE, I learnt that we've got it pretty good here, so I moved back. At Starfish, in the long run, we had highs and lows. We did it all. We looked great. We drank cheap champagne, but actually the joy came from creating an environment where others could reach their maximum potential. With the motorway, I learnt not to fight head on, but to form a common vision with your opposition. And at B-Side Stories, I learned how to listen to the hundreds of people in Wellington who are doing great things to make Wellington tick. And at the Sustainable Business Network, I've learned that business has the potential to solve some of the biggest issues of our time. Why do I want to stand? I want to lead by example. My kids, I want them to grow up seeing that if we stand up if we want to make change. I also believe that Wellington is the coolest little capital and the coolest little sustainable capital in the world, and I want to see that realised globally and impact. And actually, this is what it's all about. I want to help those, us and we, to make more good things happen. Okay, so what you can do is vote for me, and then get your friends.